समं भान्ति द्रौ संतोषानयनपथगामी भवतु मे.
That's very good. Very, very good. Improvement is amazing. I'm very happy. Have you written it? Have you just learned it, or you were saying it from like having it in your hand or something?
I learned it.
That's awesome. That's very good. That's an achievement for me actually. Okay? This is how everybody should just go through them. Okay? Gradually, as I told you, you will learn everything. Okay. So as our Mangalacharan has been done by Soham today. So the first stanza he has cited us. We are coming to the last end of this Mahavira Stotra. Yes, Gunav, आपको कुछ कहना है? Okay. So different stanzas tells us some of the different stories of Bhagwan Mahavir Swami. Stories means what kind of qualities it does he contains and why we worship Bhagwan. Jai Jain. Jai Jain. Second stanza.
Coloring है.
Okay, that's very good. We will see that on the last day of our class. But the last day मतलब this month's last class. Okay, good. Second stanza कोई बोलना चाहेगा?
I only know the first line of. I think I know a few words, but not the whole thing.
Okay, just
For
try.
the second one.
Just try.
Atambram yakchakshu kamala yugalam.
Spand.
I don't know.
Spand.
Fun.
Then. Rahitam.
I don't know. I much.
Spand. देखो, first line to here till you know that. Okay, only two words you can't speak. That was spand. Spand. Spand.
Fun.
Rahitam.
Rahitam.
And I'm sure that you must be knowing the last line also. That is common line for every stanza. Mahavir Swami.
Mahavir Swami. Oh.
Nayana.
Nayana
Patagami.
Patagami.
Bhavatu me. Okay, and the rest are the two lines. That is Janan. Just break it. Janan Popapayam. Pragatayati. आप ऐसे single word also you can say, no issue in that. Pragatayati. Then Vabhyantara Mapi. You can say like this also, slowly. Then Spotam. Wherever you see this dot over any word na, we pronounce ma. Sputama. Ma. ठीक है? मूर्तिर्यस्य प्रशमितमयी वाति विमला महावीर स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे. Okay. Now the third stanza. Yes. Now just try to recite the stanzas in a like how we sing it, है ना? That way also. नामन्ना केन्द्राली मुकुटमणि भाजाल जटिलम लसत् पादाम्भोज द्वयमिह यदीयं तनुभृतां भव ज्वाला शान्त्यै प्रभवति जलं वाष्पृतमपि. And the fourth line is what? Say it together. Mahavira Swami Nayana Pathgami Bhavatu me. The fourth stanza. Yadarcha Avena Pramudita Manadar Iha Shanadasit Swargi Guna Gana Samradha Sukhanidhi Nabhante Sadbhaktaha Shiva Sukha Samajam Kimutada Mahavira Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me. Don't worry, we will have some days left in November, and before that, we'll complete this whole Mahavira Ashtaks. We will revise in last 2-3 days. We'll revise every line with this meaning also. Currently, I'm focusing only on how you should pronounce the stanza. Then later on, we can go with the meaning also. Okay? Okay. Fifth stanza. Kanat Swarnabhaso Vyapagata Nuragyan Nivaho Vichitraatma Peko नृपतिवर सिद्धार्थ तनयः अजन्म मापी श्रीमान विगत भवरागोद्भुत गतिः महावीर स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। सिक्स स्टैंजा। यदीया वाग्गंगा विविध नय कल्लोल विमला बृहज्ञानाम्भोभिर् जगति जनतां या स्नपयति इदानीमप्येषा बुधजनमरालैः परिचिता महावीर स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। Seven stanzas that we completed yesterday. अनिर्वा रुद्रेकस् त्रिभुवन जयी काम सुभटः कुमारावस्थाया मपि निज बलाद्वेन विजितः स्फुरन् नित्यानन्द प्रशम पद राजाय सुजिनः महावीर स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। On that note, we are starting with our last stanza, that is eighth stanza today. Okay, okay. Let's just learn how to pronounce this. Okay, this one is comparatively an easy one to pronounce. Yes. Maha mohantanka, or break it in three words. Maha mo and then antak. Maha mohantanka prashamana, break it into two. Prashamana para महामोहांतंक प्रशमन पराकस्मिक भिषग. You will pronounce this as go. The G sound in English we have na, that is go. Kasmik भिषग. महामोहांतंक प्रशमन पराकस्मिक भिषग. ठीक है. निरापेक्षो बंधु. This is nira. This is actually a single term. Nirapeksho. Speak it together. Nirapeksho bandhu. Break it from here. Bandhu. Vidit another term. Nirapeksho bandhu. Vidit mahima mangalakaraha. It sounds similar to my surname actually. My surname is Mangukar and it is Mangalkara. So my friends used to just taught me from this. Okay. So nirapeksho bandhu vidit mahima mangalakaraha. Third line. Third line is already different. You can say that there's a space between two words. Sharanya sadhunam. And now break it into so many words are there in the single word. Bhava bhaya dhritam tamaguno. Actually, break it from here. Dhritamutta. No, break it from here actually. Dhritamutta guno. शरण्यः साधूनां भव भय भृता मुक्त गुणो. ठीक है. मुक्त गुणो. And the last line is what? महावीर स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे. Again. महामोहांतंक प्रशमन पराकस्मिक भिषग. निरापेक्षो बंधु विदित महिमा मंगलकर.
Sir, can you tell me the little slow?
Okay, ठीक है. Okay, no issue. देखो, I have numbered the first line, है ना? So by numbers, can you pronounce some of the words? Just we will go by number by number. Okay. So it is Maha Moh Antak. Mahamohantank. Then Prashaman Para. Prashaman Para Kasmika. Kasmika Bishag. Mahamohantank. Focus on the cursor. Mahamohantank Prashaman Para आकस्मिक भिषग. Okay, second line. निरापेक्षो बंधु, निरापेक्षो बंधु, विदित महिमा, विदित महिमा. Two groups, two words group we have in second line. निरापेक्षो बंधु, the first group. विदित महिमा, the second word, second group. मंगलकरः, third line. शरण्यः साधूनां भव भय भृता मुक्त गुणो. 5 terms we have in overall. Bhav, Bhaya, Vrita, Mut, Guno. And the last line is what? Mahavira Swami Nayana Pathgami Bhavatu Me. Okay? Okay? Let's go to the meaning section of this line. What does this mean? So since it's the last stanza of Mahavira Ashtak Stotra, so they have tried to summarize it in a very nice way. We have seen a lot of examples in the Mahavira Ashtak Stotra, if you remember. Like we have studied the example of sun, we have studied the example of water and fire. Okay, we have studied the example of heaven beings, those who have crowned with the diamonds on their head. Remember that? We have studied the example of water, river. Hai na? Do you remember or not? Some of the examples you have studied in this whole Mahavira Ashtak. We have compared these examples with the qualities of Bhagwan Mahavira. Hai na? We have compared a lot of times. Similarly, here also they have given some of the very frank and a very connected examples to the people who live in this world, so that they can connect with Bhagwan Mahavira and they can know that Bhagwan Mahavira is not somebody else. What do we think? It's very difficult to become God, and because he's somebody else and we are somebody else. It's not like that. He's just like us. Let's just go to the example. The first line is Maha Mohantank Prashamanapara Kasmik Rishak. Okay, let's go word by word. The first word is what? Maha Moh. Maha Moh means Maha Moharupi. Look at the English section. Attachment with worldly affairs. Worldly affairs, you know, the things in the world in which we are attached. We think that I love this, that person loves me, I cannot live without them. For example, there's parents or your favorite clothes that you wear, anything which is your favorite. So what we think? These all are ads. Why do we think that all these things in the world are ads? Because we have attachments with them. Okay. So Mahamoh means what? Attachment with worldly affairs. Second word is Antang, rogue, disease. Disease, simple. Any disease can be. You get cold, or you get hurt in your legs, or you get fracture, you get cancer, any kind of disease. So this disease means Antang. Prashamana means shant karne wala, cooling down. Just to cool down somebody. Somebody who gets very angry often. So what do we say? Just cool down. Just cool down. In cricket matches we have seen na, the cricketer saying to say, cool down Mahi, cool down Mahi. That an ad comes on the TV. So cooling down, that is Prashaman. Fourth term is Akasmic. That is casual. Very frank and very normal. How we are casual with our family? Very casual. We don't have to do anything. It happens automatically without any extra efforts. Okay, so very casual. That means Akasmic. Bishag, the fifth term means doctor. Doctor. So now the work of doctor has been compared to Bhagwan Mahavir's activity. How? What does a doctor do? A doctor is known for cooling down our diseases. And cooling down means he just makes us get rid away of our diseases. And does he have to do something else? That when we come to him that we have this disease, okay, so then he first think, acha, you are a patient, then you have this disease, now I have to do this, and then we have to do this. No, he is a doctor. It is his profession, and within seconds he can just calculate and just say yes, you have this disease, and this is the medicines you have to take this, and you will be fine in these many days. Very casually, he makes us feel better. And a doctor does this. If we will go to somebody else, I have this disease and you have to take care of me, what should I do? If he is or she is not a doctor, yes.
अगर हमारा पुण्य का उदय नहीं हुआ तो डॉक्टर जितनी भी दवाइयाँ बोल दे हम लोग ठीक होंगे ही नहीं.
That is a great point. That is correct. But you know what? In Jainism, we say any example that we give, it is given from only a single perspective. we don't apply it in any every perspective. So this example is just for understanding, है ना? That is very good point, and you have that in your mind. That is the purpose of why we're studying this, है ना? But I am just trying you to get to the point with this example. Okay, that's very good, है ना? Keep it up. So just like that doctor very casually and very usually gives us the medicine and make us get away, get rid of our diseases. Similarly, Bhagwan Mahavir in a very casual way gives us the way to achieve moksha marg. Simple. Only this much the writer is trying to explain us here. So देखो, the meaning, what the last line you like, if you look at the last line, the overall meaning of the line says महामोह रूपी रोग को शांत करने वाले आकस्मिक वैद्य. आकस्मिक casual, very casually, a very big disease can be solved by a very well trained doctor. Similarly, the biggest disease that any human being has is attachment with worldly affairs. That is Mahamoh. So, a very great doctor, good doctor means Bhagwan Mahavir, very casually just make us get rid away of this attachment with what? Attachment with these worldly affairs. Because in this line, they have compared Bhagwan Mahavir with an activity of doctors. Second line. Second line says, निरापेक्षो बंधु विदित महिमा मंगल कर. 5 terms in overall. निरापेक्षो बंधु विदित महिमा मंगल कर. Nirapeksha means apeksha, right? Without expectations. And I think today's Gen Z, today's generation will agree to this to the part that yes, we should have no expectations with everybody. Life has taught us a lot of things. Don't expect with anybody. Because we are getting to know all these motivational speakers and all these things today, speaking that today. But in our Jainism, it has been said all the principles of this world have already come in our Shastras very, very long years back. है ना? So Nirapeksha means what? Without any expectations. Bandhu means friend, dost. ठीक है? निरापेक्षो बंधु विदित, revealed. Revealed. What is revealed? Mahima. जिनकी महान, their greatness. Their means whose greatness? Whose greatness? Bhagwan Mahavir's. Because every person that we're indicating here, so we mean what? We mean to direct that to Bhagwan Mahavir. And the last term is Mangal Karaha, is going to do our good. Now, what is the sentence forming here? Connect this with the doctor's example. Just like a doctor will make us get rid away of our disease to make us feel good, to do our good. Similarly, Bhagwan Mahavir does our good, does us get rid away of the disease of attachment with the worldly affairs in a very casual way. The first example was of a doctor. In the second line, they've given the example of a friend. That what does a friend do? A friend makes us a good person. He takes out our good thing in a very natural way, in a very casual way. They takes out our greatness. We say na, that if we live with good person, then our qualities that we don't know, they also come out with living with such great people, great personalities. So that is our friend. A friend never works anything with some expectations. Anybody who does our good with expectation cannot be a real friend. So anybody who does our good, who reveals our greatness, not his or her greatness. A friend, someone, a real friend is one who takes our greatness out without any expectations. So just like a friend helps us in our situation and helps us to take out our good things without any expectations, that is his greatness. Similarly, Bhagwan Mahavir is like that friend who takes our greatness out. What is our greatness? हमारी जितने भी we are a soul, and as I've said you before, that we are not somebody else, and Bhagwan Mahavir is not somebody else. What we are today, there was a time when Bhagwan Mahavir was also in the same situation, and he became God because he also had any other God, another God, another person as a good friend of him. Similar today, we have Bhagwan Mahavir as one of our friend, and there's no issue in saying that Bhagwan Mahavir is our friend. Similar to today's time, we have Bhagwan Mahavir as a friend who is helping us without any expectation to take out our qualities out and achieve the supreme position in this world. Okay? In the first line, we compared Bhagwan Mahavir with doctors, and the second line, we have compared it with what? We have compared him with friend. तो देखो, लास्ट लाइन में बोला भी है, what do we have said in the last line? यहाँ पे लास्ट में बोला है, जो अपेक्षा से रहित दोस्त के समान हमारी महानता प्रकट करते हैं और हमारा मंगल करने वाले हैं. मंगल करने वाले मतलब ही इज गोइंग टू डू आवर गुड ओनली. भगवान हमारा कभी भी बुरा नहीं करते हैं. ऑलवेज गोइंग टू डू आवर गुड. दैट इज व्हाट हु इज भगवान Mahavir actually. So Bhagwan Mahavir is acting as a doctor also in our life. But doctor ko to usually also we say that doctors are the gods in the present god on the world. है ना? So Bhagwan Mahavir we have got to know Bhagwan Mahavir acts like doctor that very casually he takes our diseases of this worldly affairs out of from our minds. And second is he acts as a friend with who without any expectation always reveals our greatness, always reveals are the qualities which qualities helps us in achieving supreme happiness and achieving moksha marga. The rest two lines we will study tomorrow. Okay? And after that, we have some last lines which will say us what are the good qualities in a human being. Why are we reading Mahavir Ashtak? What are the things that we will achieve after studying Mahavir Ashtak Stotra? So that we will see in next class. Do anybody has any doubts in today's class? Anybody has any doubt? Any doubts to anybody? Next class.